nut production is a great source of income for many Ghanaian farmers. Very often when cashew farming is mentioned, we all think about the Brong-Ahafo region. But this week on The Ghanaian Farmer, we are all the way in Kwahu East in a community called Kutusu to have a conversation with a teacher who has resigned to become a commercial farmer. He has almost 40,000 acres of farmland here in Kutusu. He is into various forms of vegetables and fruit. But today our focus is on cashew farming. My name is Anyunam and welcome to The Ghanaian Farmer. Interact with us on our social media platform on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. Share your questions with us all about cashew farming, and I'm sure Mr. Michael will be here to actually help you get a bit more understanding. He is an award-winning farmer. Coming up is a video that highlights a bit more on cashew farming. When I come back, I will engage Mr. Ba. Stay tuned. The global cashew industry has grown rapidly over the last decade, driven by increasing consumption of cashew nuts around the world. And the market for raw cashew is forecast to continue growing at an annual rate of 4.27% between 2020 and 2025. It is expected to reach almost $7 billion by 2025. Cashew nuts are also considered a substitute for dairy products, and they represent a popular savory snack. They are also a substitute for the ever popular peanut butter. If you just tune in, you're watching The Ghanaian Farmer. My name is Anyunam, and standing next to me is the award-winning farmer, teacher, also resigning, Mr. Ba. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
And thanks for having us in your 40,000 acres of farmland. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You said it's been how many years since you started farming?
About 30 years.
30
years. I started farming with my father very young.
Okay.
Because I have more interest and passion in farming.
Okay.
So I started when I was young.
All right.
Yes.
In which year did you resign from teaching?
That's 4 years ago.
4 years ago?
Yes.
Okay. Before resigning, were you already doing the farming?
Yes, I started 30 years ago.
Okay.
So alongside when teaching, alongside I do the farming business to support the teaching business.
Okay.
But when getting to certain areas, I have to work hard to stop teaching so that I can produce more food for my Ghanaian people
to
and
eat.
my town, Kutusu people,
yes.
the entire Ghana and the international.
Okay.
That's outside Ghana, like onions and other things may travel to Burkina Faso, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire and others. So I'm trying to support people and get food for my people to eat.
All right. Well done. So what and what do you grow here? Before we even talk about cashew, what and what do you grow on your land?
Cucumber, watermelon, green pepper, onion, cabbage, but the large one is onions.
Okay. How many acres of onions?
This year, 300 acres.
300?
300 acres.
Wow. Is it the bulb onion or the
yes,
the
with
shallots?
196 permanent workers and 400 casual workers.
We will talk about your workers.
Yes.
Okay. So at what point or in which year did you decide to add cashew and why?
2019, 2020. The government brought in intervention. I heard an announcement from the disassemble and the Greek officers took him here to inform me that they are going to raise the children for us to cultivate. So I decided to take part of it and then start planting this cashew.
Okay. So how many acres of cashew farm do you have?
I have 32 acres.
32?
Yes.
Okay. The nursery or the planting materials you got, how many did they give you to fill the 32 acres?
They gave me more. By the 32 acres, they gave me 3,840 seedlings.
3,840
yes.
seedlings
Yes.
to grow.
To grow.
Okay, let's learn small.
Okay.
Before you even get to the nursery to actually move to your farm, where the seeds that you actually do the nursery with, how do you handle it, or what's the process?
The first, they will give you the seeds.
Okay.
Then you find a basin. Then you put the seeds into it.
Okay.
Then you put water to soak for 3 days.
Okay.
All the ones which are not good will come out.
Okay.
So you pick that one from it. Then you use the good ones to go and nurture. You find a polythene. Okay. Then you put in black soil.
Right.
Then you put one into one. So,
okay, so one polythene takes one seed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you do that. After doing that, then you have to raise a shed for the seeds. And then you start watering every blessed day.
For how many days?
For 2 weeks.
Okay.
It must start germinating.
Okay.
Beyond 2 weeks to 3 weeks or 4 weeks, then the ones which are not able to germinate, you remove and fix in a new one.
Okay.
So that you may get the quantity that you want
need for your land size.
For your land size.
Okay. Let's explain again.
Okay.
When I have my seeds, the small cashew seed, and I soak it for 3 days, and then I remove the bad ones that are on top. And the good ones that are there, you said I'll get a rubber, put in black soil, and drop one each into the quantity of rubbers I have. Then that will last for 2 weeks.
Or more.
Or more.
Yes.
Okay, so how long after 2 weeks will it take before I move to the field?
It will take you 6 weeks.
Okay.
6 weeks and above. When it is small, it holds the land firmly at the right time than growing more.
Okay.
So from 6 weeks, you can start planting.
All right. Now, before I even start planting, let's talk about the land itself, land preparation.
Yeah.
What and what goes into the land preparation before I even move my nursery to plant?
The first one, you need to know the size of your land, because you know the quantity of the seedling that you are going to transplant. Yes. So since you know that, you must know the number of acres that you are going to work on it. Okay. So first, the land is there. You need to hire a backhoe to come and remove all the stump and clear the land. And after clearing, you go for the agric officers to come and see the land and then give you the technical know-how, so that whatever you may do, you may consult them first. So they will come and see the land and then ask their officers who are in charge to come and help or assist you for the transplanting. Okay.
Mr. Ba, what kind of land or soil is good for cashew cultivation?
Oh, sandy loamy is better.
Okay.
Because looking at our land here, that soil is good for it. Okay. When you look at the cashew seeds, trees, you may see that the land is very, very good for it.
Okay. Mr. Ba, what kind of weather is equally good for cashew farming?
Oh, all weather is good, but during when the weather is too hot, it will stop. It will stop growing, and when the rain starts raining, then it will start growing.
So it likes a lot of rain.
It needs a lot of water. Okay. And my land here, what I normally do is that you may see that I've planted some crops within the cashew, because I need to weed under the cashew. So I can't weed and leave the land. So I need to plant something to weed under, and also I do irrigation.
Okay.
So every blessed they have to irrigate for the cashew to grow well.
Okay.
So when you compare mine to others, this cashew is less than 3 years. When you look at it, less than 3 years. Even we planted it last year.
Okay. All right. Okay. How long does cashew take to mature?
In all, it takes about 3 years. But mine take 1 year, 2 months.
Is it because of the variety?
No, because yes, the variety is one of it, and then the second one is the water, because I do the irrigation every blessed day. So there's water, it gets enough water to grow.
Okay. All right. Between the 2 months all the way to the 1 year or 3 years, what stage does it start producing flowers before the fruit comes?
Oh it takes less than 8 months.
Okay.
Yes, because when it starts producing the flower, it takes about 100 days to bear the fruit. So about 8 months, it started from 8 months when it is very, very small. But based on the water and other things, that's how we may see it in this way.
Okay. Mr. Ba, I know that the planting materials was given to you for free, but did you invest any amount of money at all in the whole process?
Yes, the land preparation.
Okay. Because
you hide the backhoe for removing all the stones and then clear the land. And that one day, it will cost about 5,000. Then it was 5,000. Now it's 8,200 per a day.
Okay.
So I use it more than 1 week for clearing the land. So I spend a lot of money.
Okay.
But when the day is not there, you can still hire your workers to cut down the trees and other things with colors and mattock, so that we can still start.
Okay.
But I prepare my land and call the agric officers to come and look at it, and they see that the land was very, very good for them to come and plant.
Okay.
And also the planting also will not disturb a lot because the land is there. You just bring the rope and then the lines, then you find your sticks, and also you pay for the sticks.
Okay.
You have to hire for people to cut the sticks that you may use for the lining and pegs.
Okay.
And that one you need to do that.
Okay. So we've mentioned about the land preparation, which was costing about almost 8,000 for the land preparation. Then we talk about
8,000 for
a day.
A day.
Okay, so times the number of days.
Yes, that's 7 days.
7 days that they will stay on the farm.
Yes.
Okay. Then we also mentioned the pegs. Those will be doing the peg and lining. You also mentioned that.
Yeah.
Now let's mention the laborers who worked on the land. How many did you say are working on the land?
I just employed my workers to come and help the agric officers to plant. So they are my workers.
Okay.
They are my workers. Also, I hired the tricycle, the motokia, to go and bring the seedling from Hinase to this side.
Okay.
And that one to cost a lot.
A lot of money.
Yes, a lot of money.
Okay. Why did you, I know you have cocoa and other things. What drawn you to cashew?
One, according to the agric officers, it is good investment.
Very profitable.
Yes, very profitable. So it's better for you to get yourself involved in it. And also you provide food for people to eat. Okay. Apart from the nuts that you may need, the food itself.
Okay.
My town, they like it too much.
The fruit, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So my people too may enjoy.
Okay.
So I said that and said no. Apart from taking the nuts, my people too have to enjoy. Right. So that's why I get myself into it. Apart from the investment, the money aspect, my people too may enjoy or benefit from the fruit. Okay. Yes.
Okay, so it means that within this 1 year, you haven't started major harvest yet.
Yes.
You are yet to.
I started, but small, okay. And also the procedure and how to cultivate, how to harvest. Okay. I have to consult my the agric officers to come and give me education and my workers, so that they may use that procedure for the harvesting. Okay. That's why you may see it in that way.
In these 30 years of farming, have you won any awards?
Oh yes, about 5 times.
Okay, what award?
First, watermelon and legume best farmer, Kwahu East. Then second one, overall FBO farmer. Then third one, overall Kwahu East District best farmer. Then the last one, 2021 Eastern Regional Best Crop Farmer.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's worth it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Bob, before we wrap up our interview with you, because I'll be chatting with the Agric officers who come to help you, so that they will answer some of the technical questions.
Okay.
But before we wrap up, are you open for investments? Maybe somebody is abroad. We have a lot of our viewers living abroad. If they want to invest into your farm, because 4,000 acres, 40,000 acres, you have not finished plowing everything, right?
The land
so
is
there
there.
Are a lot of land.
There's a lot of land.
Okay, so if someone wants to reach out to you and do business with you, how should they reach out? Are you on social media or any number to share?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you share your social media?
Yes. That's Michael Ban 100 at gmail.com. That's my email.
Okay.
Then my telephone number 0241 210 494.
Okay.
And Voda 020 595 1052.
Okay.
So you can reach me on my telephone numbers and also my email.
Right.
And then my Gmail. That's michaelban100 at gmail.com. And you can reach me. And also I'm inviting all the investors who are ready to invest in farming because the land is there. And I have my facility here. And whenever I want to support or invest, you come so that we sit down and negotiate and see how best we can do this business.
Okay.
Since the land is there, we can do other things so that it will help everybody. And also it can help us to produce food for Ghana and beyond.
Okay.
So that we may not lack of food.
Okay.
Thank you.
So your workers, do you have all of them staying on the farm? Because I realize you have a farm village.
Yes.
Are they all staying here?
Some are in the town and about 60% are here and about 15% at Ahinasi
Averagely,
farm.
how much does one worker take? Is it weekly or monthly payment?
No. Some are taking monthly payments.
Okay.
During the onion season, 5 months. So that 5 months, it depends from 150 to from 5,000 to 150, 15,000.
Okay, so that is Mr. Michael Ban.
But majority of them do this sharing business because the sharing business is good for them.
We'll talk about that.
It's good for them.
We'll talk about how you can get laborers to work for you and not pay physical cash, but give them a percentage of the farm produce harvested. My name is Enyonam, and this is still the Ghanaian Farmer. We are all the way in Kwahu East in a community called Kutuso. And my guest, Mr. Michael Ban, who has resigned from teaching and is now a full-time commercial farmer. He's won a lot of awards to his credit for the 30 years in farming. Coming up is a conversation with an Agric officer who do his practices around this district to help farmers in different line of farming they are into. So wait for that conversation, but now let's go for a quick breather. I'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. If you just tuned in, you're watching the Ghanaian Farmer. My name is Enyonam. Joining me now is Mr. Eugene Opari. He is
the Crops Officer for Kwahu East Department of Agriculture.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So now let's get some statistics on the number of farmers who are engaged in cashew farming in your district.
Okay, so for now, I mean, our books are recording 1,911 farmers who are into cashew.
Okay. Is it on commercial or on small scale?
Some are into small scale, some are into commercial, I mean, sort of.
Okay. In which year did you introduce cashew farming in your district?
It was around 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
After what research, what informed you that cashew can actually do well in your region?
Well, formally, the story was telling us, background studies was telling us that it's only brown that, can do well with the cashew plantations. So we depth down into, going into research with the soil type that we have over here. We saw that majority of our lands are with the sandy loam type. Studies also shows us that the sandy loam type can support cashew farming. And then a program called PED, which is planting for export and then rural development, came. The district and then the agric director in charge, which is Director Kwahu Mensah, sat down and then dive into making informed decision of introducing cashew, because we've done that of cocoa and coconut, and then the third crop or the third plant is the cashew plant, which we decided to introduce to the farmers over here.
Okay. Do we have varieties of cashew at the first place?
Yes, please.
Okay. So which variety is cultivated and introduced in your district?
The polychrona is what was introduced to us through the research institute.
Okay. All right. So how long does this one take to mature?
It takes between 3 years upwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the agronomy practices am I supposed to do if I plant cashew?
Well, pruning is one of them. Or let me start with the land preparation. You should, prepare your land very well. And then you should be able to, do your lining and pegging very well. This is the areas that you need much technical advice, because if you don't do that, you are going to be doomed. Because at the end of the day, if you don't use the right planting distance, you end up, having, minimal or low yield.
Okay.
Yeah. You will not get, much yield from your farm. And also, when you don't do proper lining and pegging to get your distances right, you end up overcrowding the seedlings, and then you also destroy most of the seedlings. Much will not do well because it needs a very high sunlight as well as rain and other conditions to be able to support the plant growth very well.
Okay. Before I plant my nursery, how deep should I dig the ground?
About 2 to 3 centimeters.
2 to 3 centimeters?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Now, I came to the farm. I was thinking I'll see the cashew, one here, one there, like a bit near. But look at this one to this one, or even this one to that one behind us. What should be the distance and why? Yeah,
10 by 10 meters.
Why?
Is the distance. As I explained to you earlier on, it needs, a lot of sunlight. The aeration or air is supposed to be passing through, and also it needs a good rainfall pattern, and therefore when you overcrowd it, it wouldn't support their conditions. That is why we use this planting distance. And also when you do it, when you go by the planting distance given to you, you can intercrop.
Okay.
Intercropping
means I can plant other things.
You can plant other things.
And that's why this farmer has planted
That is why this farmer has planted plantain in between the cashew.
Okay.
And then he does vegetables too under the cashew.
Okay.
Right,
that's a good usage of your land.
Which with cocoa you can't do vegetables under them.
Okay. Right. When cashew is harvested, is it only the fruit that is useful, or there's a use with the nuts? Which one is the most important? The fruit and the nuts, which one?
Enyo, both are very important. Very, very important. But the nuts are the ones being sold to, buyers.
Okay.
The fruit normally in our area, people just take the fruit and then consume them.
Okay.
But we are, trying to link the farmers to the industry players so that they can come to the farm gates to buy the fruit for this cashew juice and what have you, a whole lot. But with the, because of the food it's not preservable. The fruit, the farmers are having it difficult. I mean, having difficulty in preserving the fruit.
Okay. And that's why they eat it instantly.
Very good.
Okay.
But with the nuts, they can preserve it.
For how long?
They can. I mean, it goes as much as you want, if only you are able to dry it properly.
How long am I supposed to dry the nuts for?
You are supposed. I mean, it depends on the sunlight you are going to get in your area.
Okay.
But to get it well dried, you need like 2 weeks.
To get it well dried?
To get it well dried. Okay. Or it can even go beyond 2 weeks.
Okay. Okay. All right. So do you have a fair idea of how much the nuts is sold?
For now, the price keep on changing. We are only depending on the prices sold in the Bono areas. Okay. But for now, we don't have, I mean, idea of the specific price it being sold for now, because we have not, we have not started harvesting our own fruits here.
All right. So before we wrap it up, I know cocoa has its own fair share when it comes to pest infestation and disease attack and all that. How about cashew? Does cashew have issues with pests? Any pest at all?
Cashew not yet identified.
Okay. Opari, you mentioned that cashew loves a lot of water. So does it mean in the absence of irrigation, if I cannot afford irrigation, I'm a smallholder farmer. If I can't afford irrigation, I'm not advised to go into cashew?
The rainfall pattern in this eastern, part of the district is quite manageable with cashew, production, because not all our farmers are going by the irrigation methods. But with this particular farmer, the reason why he is using the irrigation is because of the vegetables he cultivates as part of the farming.
Okay.
That is why.
All right, that's an insightful conversation with Eugene Opari, my very good friend. There are a lot of videos I'll be recording with him so that you get to learn a lot more from him. My name is Zenyunam, and this has been an insightful conversation promoting cashew farming here in Kwahu East, precisely Kotosu.
Kotoso.
Hey, Zenyunam man, Kotoso. Sania Kano. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the flip side.
Before I'll go off, I have to give a lot of thanks to our regional director, Director Crystal, and then to our district director as well, Director Fabna Mensa. He has given us the opportunity to stand in for them as young boys in the departments.
And shout out to this man.
And then shout out to my MIS officer, Mr. Blessing Esima. He helps us with the statistics within the district, and then he makes sure that we are getting facts and figures correct. So thanks to him very, very much. He is a hard-working young man.
I know. I know. Mr. Blessing, thank you so much.
Thank you too.
For always being there with us and giving us figures. Yeah, cause hey, it's not, it's 3, it's 4, 5. Hey, Charlie, and here is you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on the Ghanaian Farmer. This is Cashew. In case you haven't seen cashew before, this is how cashew looks like. I think I can try it, right? Sabre?
Yeah.
Yes. Very tasty, nice.
Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.